Grand Rising. Man, this is nice and it's good and rainy out today. So I'm coming to you October 25th, 2021 at 0900 hours, 18 minutes. This is not a diss. This is not a hatred video. The crazy part about that, the why I hate, I should bring that up. Why I hate black women is still my highest view until the most recent. It was a short. I got not my first short, but my highest view short. If showing black women I'm tired. The crazy part about everything, I'm not speaking in a form of hatred. I'm speaking from a place from my actual heart that I noticed that it's not really a thing of substance anymore. It seems as the heart of a man doesn't even matter anymore. Come on now. The heart, just pouring water into my bottle. The heart of a man is no longer. You know what you are, brother? You are a straight utility. You are a utility. I said, wow. Because there's nothing after last night. It's as I love it because it's not everyone. It's not all of the people. It's not all of that gender side. It's not all. But just to hear it play out, to actually hear a real live example of what you are thought of as a man in this world to your women, to actually hear it's really hard. I'm not even gonna do my intro. It's hard for me to absorb, like the disheart, the no understanding, the forget a Jim Crow or a John Lynch theory. Are we sure that that's like as the Bible, the book of enslavement, or the book of it's not an enslavement of information of things to come and how it would work. Any book can show you. I can read a book from 1950s that tell me it was going to be a time that had nothing to do with people like, oh, the Bible. Oh, no, somebody wrote the book because they seen this coming. It was created. Somebody sat down in each book that is written by an author. I don't believe in one author fit all story. We got to get that out of our mind. I don't believe, and I know, no, there is not a one. I know there's not a one size fit all, one author fit all, and I know we are not a monolith, but we are individuals. We are a collective. Sorry, don't matter how you want to look at it, brother. You a collective to me. I'm a collective to you. I don't care what in your mind you do it in your life. You are a collective. That's why I say, brothers, you can come to me. You can come to me, brothers. I want to show you my platforms real quick before I really dig into and brother, just peer in too. Go to women channel and listen to them. Listen on how a woman think. So let's say real quick, you are very loyal. Go to a woman channel and listen. Don't comment. Don't try to join in. I've been doing that, and I'm saying, wow. And then when you do comment, this is a woman channel. It's an attack. They will take your words. They won't look at what you said. They won't comprehend. They won't cognitive rationalize or reasoning. They won't problem solve. They won't even ask you a question what you mean. It is already set in them what they are going to do. What is she going to do? In some cases, what is he going to say? And you can kind of traject. You don't supposed to look at a potential, but a projection of, you can kind of traject of what she's going to say now, which is very sad. I want to, you can kind of traject of how you can get in the overall understanding of that, brother. If you're not a great manipulator, yes, I said manipulator. Look up the word. You will not be great with the things you are trying to do. Because I learned honesty, and you have proof, and it's approved in you of truth and facts and everything you can have right. Everything, oh, I want this, I can do that. Don't matter. That don't matter, brothers. I'm telling you, that don't matter. I don't care what you're doing in life. Even with some men, you looking at the men saying, wow, dude, I didn't know I'm up here battling another brother. I'm battling my brothers with the sisters. The own is me. So I want to go real quick and show you my platforms I am utilizing. I'm going to show you the platforms I'm utilizing. And I wanted to have audio. I don't know why it's blinking. Let me see. Let me get out of that. That's weird. Let me take it off. Why is that blinking? I'm going to stop the screen sharing because that's weird. I'll have to do a separate one. If that happens again, let me see. Let me see. Okay, there we go. I wanted to show you my platforms. This is my Brother Talk series platform on my Discord. And I'm going to highlight the Discord for you. If you want to talk, I can make everything private. I have full capabilities to do what I want. And I want to say my platform is not tearing down of Black men. This is my Discord. My platform is not to tear down the Black men and of any such. We're not here to talk about other race men. We're not here to playing game. I want to create a platform, which I am going to do for my brothers, where we can share information. And then now I want to get some IT brothers so we can start sending encrypted information to another brother. So instance, I learned I don't have children. And I always wondered why. When I was a Christian, I would pray. When I wasn't, I would say, why don't and to me, I don't get into the psychedelic messed up mind. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call it what it is, of how women think about men. I want to get into what, as a man, I know. So right now, if YouTube, even if YouTube shut down, all these platforms shut down, I know how to communicate. I know how to survive. If there's no grocery store, what do you do? So as a brother, go to the grocery store, I say, and he can go buy the plants and the herbs he needs for the holistic living. Now I say, we're building. So like, brother, when you have your house, go, because I'm not going to lie. As I said before, I thought all Black people with houses had what you call that? A greenhouse. People laughed at me as a child, and as I got older, I was like, wow, people don't have a greenhouse. See, people call, and I see men talking about, oh, somebody ain't doing this. I don't want my brother thinking just because I don't have a plaque from the government, my city official, that I'm not out here on the street. I want brothers to share information. So me sharing information, I go outside and talk to young men. I help feed homeless people. I help doing this, but it's not recorded. I'm not saying it as a brag, but I want my brothers to still be recognized. And I'll say, good job. Because that actually, we talk about validation. That's not validation. That's just common courtesy. You would be shocked at a man's funeral who would show up. I would have what we call weird, quote unquote, peculiar people show up to my funeral. My talks is not word salad. It's not empty, what you call that, echoes. It's not empty echoes of what I'm saying to my young men. I will literally go out there. I don't give way to my faults. So when I mess up, or don't remember, I have to do it again. I will actually walk down the street. I will take whatever we got to do, get a drive there, get a ride, whatever we got to do with that brother. And then I will let that brother know this is the far as I can go. But guess what? Now with the technology we have, you can call me. You can video chat me. There would be no way. But I'm showing my brother this is how I do it. They say teach a man to fish. Show him how to fish. I'm showing a man how to fish. And then we forgot. He don't have a fishing reel. I don't have one. But let me show you how to make one. See, that's how I live my life. And it's not always, see how you can look at and listen to me and talk on the screen. This is not how it's gonna look. If there is no technology, how do I reach my brother? And that's the messages I want to get going in the Brotha Talk series and the work. That's a real work. That you see that word, that's a work mentality. I want brothers to have not just a job, not just working for money to feed your family, to really be working. See, I already know, I'm not saying I went over people's head, but already understand the analogy of that. People won't understand that. I want my brother to really be working. He's at a firm. He got his own business. He's starting his own corporation. He got a company. He hire people. He know how to, if the lights go out, he knows something about electricity. He knows something. If the plumbing, it's a work. That's a work. That's a value, brother. If you are a single African, quote unquote, Black man, Indigenous man in America or in the world, that's a work. That's what I found. That is called this. You will get disqualified for that, brother, for knowing how you don't have a lot of money. Okay, this is the great thing about I want a brotherness. I don't want to say hood. I'll say a brother calm. Calm means to cover. So imagine a dome, if you say calm, and it's to bring power over each other, to cover, to seal, to maturate, to mature. That's what calm. I want a brother, not hood, a brother calm, where brothers can come together. And when a brother say, man, I'm hungry, I won't say, oh, you a weak. This is how we talk. You a weak bitch ass nigga. You can't do nothing on your own. I don't want to say that. I don't want my brother to hear that. My brother don't, until just say he 20, a young man coming to me saying that. And then his whole life, you already, now if a young man come up to you, because I met young men that knew about penny stock and stock bonds and CDs, CODs, all these different things. And I didn't even know about them. Grand Rising, brother. Yep, it's not even about the women. I'm not even, we gonna jump off them, brother. Let's hop off the women. Oh, I didn't even share my Discord thing. Grand Rising, though. This is what I want to do, brother. I want to keep introducing brothers to other things. We already know. I'm about to get into that, but I want to introduce the side first before I get deep into that. How the nature of a woman, that's the woman. I don't know how to explain that. A woman know how to make money, but a woman don't know how to survive. She's like, I'm surviving, because in survival, a nest. If you think of a bird in a nest, what do the man and woman do? They work together. That man will give all his information to that woman. If that woman don't see you in a certain way, she will not give you information. She will say it to you in an indignified way. It's disingenuous. It's not loving. It's not nesting. Nesting is the nurture. There is no nurturing in what she's about to say to you in house, but she want you to spit it out in pretty soft soliloquies, which they don't even respect. See, the woman nature wants you to be a certain way, but the ideal is a facade in her mind because she need a certain thing to take place within her mentality. You hear what I'm saying, brother? See what I'm saying, brothers? As a whole. So I'm not gonna speak on a woman. I thought I couldn't be more disheartened listening to just let's say strings don't comment. Find a way. And I've come my real name, but I just don't comment. I can be in a room with all these women. I don't comment. I listen. I go to meetings. I remember my friend, guy, I called a friend. We chopped it up. He a friend. Because he still haven't gave me a reason not to call him a friend. I don't care what he do outside of his life. I don't know when behind my clothes right now, I'm behind my own closed door. Nobody know what I do. They want a certain way, exactly. And I don't know what that brother do. So if that brother do music and he did something outside of music, man, I'm enjoying his music. His music was we moving around, we dancing, we dance. Let's say that's the words of the song. That's all I'm doing. I'm moving around, I'm having a good time, I'm enjoying my friends, I'm enjoying my family, and we dancing and we dance. If that are his lyrics to his song, why would I stop? And this is the thing we have to think. I don't have a cancelship. I don't have my censorship is the discretion of what I allow into my house. What I allow for me to feed from. So I can't feed from her because she's not feeding me, but she's a nester. So the birds, that man and woman bird is working together. That woman is just not sitting there. Now I got to call it out right because we're talking about birds. That female is just not sitting there. And that male is just not sitting there. They get everything they need to create a nest. A woman is a nester, but that man is still not going to get the nest. So, and when we survive, brother, I got to know more than just about the Dow Jones report. I have to know more than just about the network marketing. When I get hungry, Dow Jones report and that network marketing mean nothing. That cannot feed me. That cannot show me how to survive. We had a quote unquote created mass destruction called pandemic. I'm going to talk about why that was created. But right now I'm talking to my brothers of why we got to create this brother calm. We need this. Until we do this, brother, we going to be out of order. And reason the man mind and the woman mind varies. Right now, I don't have a son or a daughter. I get to learn all this new knowledge. I get to gain access to education. But in the woman mind, I need a degree to be educated. Think about that. She never stepped foot. Now, there's a part of a library. This is just an example called the Central Library. Why have she never stepped in the Central Library? She's a lawyer. She never read the book, The Law of the Nationality in America. The most updated version, I want to say, was 1968, or it was closer to my 1982. That's the law books is hard to read. I tried reading them, and I'm up there Googling the whole time. Now I've said, okay, this is going to be a work. I just wanted to see it wasn't part of my journey to become. So I learned a lot about law. Law has no moral ethics to it. So law is about, they call it justice. Just is. What can I just prove? What happened from what actuality is really there? And I understand a lot of us won't be married. A lot of us not going to probably not get married. But that can't be your focus no more, brother. We can't focus on that woman. We can't. And when you stop focus on a woman, you got to make a decision, because I learned this at 8 years old. When people say you stop looking, you find it. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. On your mind, I want to love a woman, but what is the first thing you have to do first in you? You got to love you. Because if you don't love you, there's no possible way you would know how to love another person if you never loved you. And then, wow, what a man has to show another man, how do you love yourself? As a woman can't show me to love myself as a man, because she have no idea. She can show me things, how to collaborate what she know. But there's an overall utility of information. So survival, I will not want my daughter to go outside at night. But if you do, make sure you do these things. In the gun, and somebody asked me, why you ain't tell your daughter get a gun? A big giant man, I'm 6'5". I even showed the woman without force. And I asked her to move my arm out. She couldn't move my arm. She was very strong. And this was just recently. Now I said, look how close I am. And you see where my hand at? I said, this is how I fight, because I'm a boxer. I had my left hand out. I call it my guy hand. And I said, my right hand right here. That's my blocking hand. And I could bring them together, and I know how to put myself into a armor, create an armor around my body and take punches. Do you know how to do that? She said, no. I said, so all of that, what you have, that gun mean nothing, right? I said, that gun has more than one variable way. You pull out the gun and shoot me. There's a butt of the gun. There's the side of the gun. I can hit you with the gun before I even switch it around to pull the trigger. But you got to remember, that's why the mentality of a person, you got to think about that. So this is one of the platforms I want to use with my brothers to express that. It can even go private, but private enough where I still want brothers to access so we can work together. And even on the side names, I got good news. Plus, we're going to have some good news in here. What's going on? Take a little while to load. We're going to have some source code. Source codes is information that while I'm working at a job, what did I learn? So, instance, if your job's join the union, I want to make sure you join the union. You understand the union. And within that, that's the source code. Joining the union is not it. The source code. What is it about the union of why I'm joining? So now my brother won't be lost. You see what I'm saying? My brother will understand, man, joining this union and how was, okay, I was just saying if it wasn't cutting nothing off. Joining this union, how was this going to help me? So I want to write this in the source code. It's going to vary. So in that union, if I get rolled up 3 times, how does that affect me? And I learned if you get rolled up 3 times after 6 months, it depends on the company. You got to read the company book. You got to read those books. We're going to read them together. And then we take the time out, we read together. And then if we got the hangout center. So as we're reading the book, when the brother comes with the source code, he gonna say, all right, after on the source code, item number 2. So item number 2 or information number 2, whatever we're gonna call it, refer back to source code. But in this, the hang center, I just learned now after it's been applied after the source code. So teaching him to fish or showing him, challenging him and guiding him how to fish. Now he's coming back in the hang center. Yo, man, I did that at work. We all clap him up. We give him props. We show him love. You know why we can show him love? Because other brothers going to be talking about love. And I want to say this to all my brothers. No hatred of anything can expound love. I want to, any hatred you have, you got to deal with it on your own right now. When you watch this video or watching it, any hatred in you will not, when people say I'm hatred, nobody, and that's the one thing I love. Only people that ever said I have hatred is people that never hurt me. You know, I never hurt me because nothing came out as hatred. They came to their mentality. I'm not full of hate. Because hatred, if I was to hate, I wouldn't be able to love my brother, mother, sister, my nephew. We just talk about race real quick. My nephew is Laos, African descendant, and part little bit of Puerto Rican. My great nephew, because my nephew is African descendant, indigenous man, with some Puerto Rican that traces that I know of. So if I had hatred about other race, I couldn't love my nephew. See, in a woman mentality, she won't think that way. She can hate that this man is friendly to other women because he's a photographer. She want him, and then I want to show my young men, we might have to go without pussy. Leave pussy alone. I don't think crazy pussy is the best pussy in the world. You know, the best pussy the world I ever had? The woman that cared about me. That genuinely, that 20% of a woman. Now, I have to say it this way. Fuck her race. That 20% I met so far in my life, for all the women, I have a 20% of women that care about me. I got a mother, sister, 3 neighbors, and women, and I came in my life. That's 20% out of almost, you know why it's 20%? Because if I count only my family versus all the women I met in my life, that's 20% of women that genuinely have an understanding. I might have met one on YouTube and I'll listen to her. I think she has a genuine care for just people. And nothing wrong with that. We're going to go now we're going to make that better, brother. We're going to go 5 years without pussy. We'll go 5 years without it. Without it. We don't need it. Like, now, be honest. You got to ask yourself this. What have pussy done for you? Getting that pussy, what it do for you? You got to. This is not to create anger or a negative. This is to create reality. So now I'm going to boss it over real quick. Boss means something different in everybody else's mind. I'm going to chief it over. Women say good dick kept her there. What have that dick done for her? It gave her pleasure to orgasm. It kept her mind off of things. Now, I'm very logical. Now, you might not think as this, brother. It kept her mind off of other things. Never in my life, even growing up, I didn't know this. I never seen so many medicated women. Yes, sir. I've been 4 or 5. I've been 2, 3, 4 years out pussy. They medicated. So that dick is her medication. When she don't have dick, she have a source of what? Hatred. So that's why I say don't gravitate towards the pussy. Only pussy I really think is really bad. If she really big, open, she got a really open hole. If she got a normal size hole from having 1 or 2 child, even 5, and it closed back up, I still think it's good. I don't know, maybe because of my size. I'm not some bragging about me. I'm well endowed. I'm good for my manness. So I never had a problem with that was only one in my life. And stretching herself out does make a difference. And some dudes she probably would, but that's the place she in. That's who she's laid down with. It don't affect you at all. Even that orgasm, that nut, it go away. Now, let's say I had a nut yesterday, last night, or this AM. It's 2, 3, 4 hours later then. I'm not saying I did. I'm just making an example. But guess what happened? That feeling of pussy go away. It's no longer, that pleasure is gone. So in the hang center, I want real brother. I don't want no playerness in my hand. I don't want no player in it. I want straight up, yo, man. Yo, the reason you ain't get her, because basically this is what I hear. The reason you ain't get her, OJ, you ain't manipulate her enough. Think about that. Come on, peep that game. This is what you got to do. Man, don't call her right away. Peep the game. I never treated myself that way. Okay. Man, don't take her out. I never treated myself that way. Why would I listen to that? That's manipulation. You got to manipulate to get some? Are you really getting something? What are you getting? Her pussy. So when the value of pussy is manipulation, the pussy no longer. But this you got to remember, when we talking about a rule and order, let's go back to the library, the woman mindset and the man, that didn't have no love in it. So if me having to manipulate a person generally, I don't want brother. I want to say, brother, now, brother, let's express to each other. I don't want to manipulate how to get her, but I really want to know her heart. But you got to remember, we got to stop having this mindset of having a lot of women. We got to get rid of that mindset. Because what that does, that spreads you out. You are not. If a man is to protect, you only protect your surroundings. So imagine if all the men protect their surroundings. That's a general thing. And that's what I want to highlight that. I want to highlight, imagine if all the men protect their surroundings. So as we go on the other note, well, we have different functions and features. Then we have a voice chat right here. Let me move this out the way so you can see. But brother, we got to focus. See down here, I'll move it out the way real quick. But that's my Discord. It's going to be in the chat. On another note, air and out, you see this, say chop it up. We going to have things, and we going to have, you ever listen to a business seminar? I want brothers to really be chopping it up. I want brothers to show they hurt rather than we got to manipulate to get to something. No. Rather, I got to go kill. No. And women, stop saying if women was a charge, there'd be no wars. Yes, it would. A lot of women created the war, what you call that? The diagram, the blueprint of war. Guerrilla warfare was created by a black woman, but you know what they used it for? She was African woman. They used it for evil. War is evil. The guerrilla warfare was designed for the African men to go out with the women to build a structure in an economic form where we did not have to rely on other people, but it gave us protection. But we would rather sit up here amongst other cultures. They are literally taking our information and utilizing it so we can be greater. But we want to sit up here now and call ourselves a monolith. I'll be damned. And also, here's my Twitter. Check out the Twitter name. I'm going to put it in the chat. This is where I show more information. To me, I feel as Twitter is a step up from Facebook. Facebook feel as the military when people got power and in charge and influence. Facebook feel as high school. And my story of high school wasn't great because even by then, people would make fun of my name, or I went through a time where I wasn't so popular, and hormones. I perspire. I was musty, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to talk about nothing and things that I've been through, and it's and that's the part. This is why we can't. I'm not talking on women. This is why I don't really chirp on women part. I bring up information. Even I was saying to people how a African descendant woman or a woman that looked as a was part of the Tuskegee Airmen experiment. An experiment where you telling men about taking a shot. And this is what I come here. So far I have not been, I've been banned from Facebook from information of truth about. She was the black woman that I was telling people this is real. It finally made it to Wikipedia. People would say, well, that's what they want to know. It's not. It's not a lie. I'm telling people I had a dream where we as a people, we were not slaving each other. It was far from slaving each other. We were not doing that to one another. We was actually going out and working together. My brother had a mind of elements. That means earth, wind, fire, and water in his brain, not in the book, in his brain. And he spread the message of how to bring more water to the valley, how to dig. The next brother had a mind of mechanical or vocational education information. And he explained that. And we finally started sharing groups. But then there was a groups because then there was different tribes and clans. And we didn't kill each other. We worked together. And 12 years went by. Now it's time for a new king. You get to challenge the king through the order and the rules that the RULE, not the RUELs, the rule. The rule is to trick you. It's so much trickery. And I express that, and it's not abundance of hate. As I said again, you cannot have love and hatred, but you can have hatred in your love. And it no longer is love. Because the opposite of love is indifference. It's not hatred. The opposite of love is indifference. And in your indifference, how do I come together to collaborate, to brother calm? I don't want a brotherhood. I want a brother calm us together. So Twitter is another space that I utilize. And as you know, this is my YouTube. I want it to be our YouTube. I know my mission deep. I've been in 2015, but I didn't utilize YouTube as that way. I didn't even until 3 years ago. I had a channel and let's go to my video. My first video. That's filtered by oldest. Watch this. I didn't know that. I did. Sometimes your timeline. My first video. Oh man, I didn't realize how many the highest views this ever got. Sometimes you go back and check. And then my HR 1242. That we didn't do nothing with that. We did absolutely nothing. And I'm not hiding. See, I'm smiling. Do I look evil to you? Do I look sad to you? Do I look as what other people as is not as, that's not what I mean, is doing? Do I do it like I'm sitting out here making stuff up? Do it like I'm making stuff up? Do it like I'm creating some type of force of evil for people? You think I'm living a life of fakeness? You think I hate you? I am, man, check out my videos. Check out my 3 years. I don't change. You think I do drugs? You think I drink? You think I get high? Do I look drunk? Do I sound drunk? I don't know. I'm not on my high horse because my high horse, I don't talk to a lot of things because you got to really think about what you're talking to. We mad at somebody for dog fighting, but we eat meat. You mad at that lady for cheating, but we saying something. But basically, overall, we just say we mad at that people not helping that woman get raped. We mad at that not helping her get raped, but stopping it. We mad at that. Man, I can go to YouTube, but this is the greatest part of social media. I can show you stuff you didn't get an uprise on, and you heard about it. You didn't go out there and march in the street. You didn't go out there to help that person. You didn't go out there to help them children. You didn't stand up against. You was recording. I don't have a high horse. So when I talk to people, I'm talking from a place of the journey where I'm at. I know what to ignore. Because you know why I ignore it? I know how to keep me safe. Imagine a cat. Put it this way. I'm not saying I'm doing this. I know, understand. Look at now, if you're talking about signs, I am very mindful of things. See my hand movements? See, even that right here. You know what that iron sign mean? I understand. That's a white power sign. Even though I wasn't meant to do that. That's a punch power sign. My life journey, my power. Me coming at you, that's a bow and arrow. See, I understand. Eyes wide shut. I don't say stuff to say it. That's when I cut my own hair right here. Look at that. Come on, man. This is me. I cut my own hair in these pictures. Come on, man. You got to have so many skills to be. That's why I say, man, we need you to be so denounced as a man. The 14th order, the knee symbolism, even my hands. I know what I'm doing. Got my hood on. Trayvon Martin. Missing lives, no one saved. It's funny how I made the toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye, face-to-face. I made that analogy. Now we call it 10 toes down. Think about this. You getting mad at men that can't even beat you. They can't beat you in chess, so they can't beat you in strategy. I'm talking about individually. Nobody can beat you. Look at my views. So I didn't have that many people. I didn't start off in a clique. I didn't start off joining other people. I didn't go on panels. My work was my home. My city, I walked around my city and talked to young men. This is my work. My work is not based on social media. My life is not based on social. My work is literally raced on a real work. I do this. I already said, like I said, I do this. When I used to box, I used to say, I do this. Dude was like, why you do it? I don't say that. I said, y'all boxing. But I say, watch this. I was in the ring one time with the dude. He said, stop saying I do this. He was getting mad. And he started saying names. And I have this is informative. I stop believing it. Now, you see this right here. I love this. I don't know what this means. I remember as a child, real quick, I used to see words. I used to be able to tell you, but I'm going to, in my understanding, it said this word right here that I see a word, but I don't know what the word mean anymore. And I want to say to my brothers, stop telling people to make you, don't read a book about how to get women. Don't read a book of how to get wealth. Read the book to get information that you may not understand or is incomplete in your mind. So, because what we do, people like, I tell people honestly, and I say, honestly, I will buy your book, but I'm not reading it. I say, I have to be in a space. See, people don't understand how the aura of a person really works. And we call it a spirit, a soul. You're going to take on what is written. Let's say a man, if I would love to meet, rest his soul, Brother Martin. I know I met him in the spirit, but in real life, and I heard that man's voice talk to me. He'd have fed my soul. So what this do right here, it fed my soul. But they made me malnourished. They gave me English. They gave us English. So for me, they gave me English. They took away from my ability to understand. I even wrote this myself, and I have no remembrance from 3 years ago. What do this mean? So 3 years later, I read other things. And I want to say it's a believing fake. This word right here means believing fake. And I would not know how to write it. See what I'm saying? I would want, now I'm going back here, brother, real quick. On another note, airing it out, the hang sitter, the source code. That's the source code. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. Call me crazy. But I remember talking to the doctor. She said, what did I say? I told her. She said, what? She said, speak English. I broke out of that because I was reading the word. I wrote down. She said, speak English. I said, I'm just a little kid, so I'm confused. I'm looking at my mother. My mother will remember me getting tested. They was testing me. I remember I got on the train. Man, I don't know what the train is called. You get on the train. It's so beautiful. They gave us a meal. It was like this soup with like cheese or something in it with the green little fleck. It was very good. I wasn't just regular tomato soup. And we had bread. And then we had this little piece and we had a salad. I don't know how much this stuff cost, but my father and mother, whatever it was afforded to, I was able to enjoy it. I remember sitting on the train. It was on the trains you can sit and eat. Don't matter if the train sway left or right, you wouldn't be tossed around. It's like the train had a natural balance to it. I had a natural balance. But then when I was speaking in front of this doctor lady, she's like, that's not English. And I told her how to say the word in the language I knew it. She's like, that's baby. So to their mind, it's like a baby is not speaking baby to you. I'm not speaking baby to you, brothers. I'm speaking true. So I don't want another man telling me how to manipulate myself to manipulate someone else. That's not the authentic. That is not the true. That's a carbon copy of fakeness. If I pour down cement, I want the original stone. The powder to make the cement, I want that. I don't want the stuff when I pour and I had an additive. Additive can be water to something. I don't want to water it down. I want the straight original powder or the solid thing before they water it and break it down. See, I ain't say break up. So in my language that I knew, I only can speak it to her. Now I can write it, but I don't know what it means. And that's what I don't want our sons growing up. I want my son to say, like let's say, instance, I learned this one, but everybody know this one. Shola Shalabosha. I learned this one, but I will speak it one. I will speak it one time. Shalom halaha. I don't know what that means. People say that means nothing. It meant something to me in my spirit. Shalom halaha. And I never said it in the church. I never said it. So sometimes this is an open book to my realm. This is come to my people want to know me. This is how you gonna know me because I spoke that in here. So I spoke it out until we speak it out. We don't have no source code, brothers. That's why I'm calling it the source code. We got to speak it into, and I remember being asked, who am I? And I know who I am. But when I tell a person who I am, they don't understand because I don't want them to understand because I'm just showing them who I am. They won't understand until they know who you are. That's why, brother, I'm saying, are you on your purpose? Do you know your purpose? And your purpose is not money. Bala, bills, the old gringo. That is not the dead president, dead, death, not alive, no life, no spirit, emotionless, no soul. Money cannot account for the man you are that's alive, living life. That is nothing in the man of you can tell me that a piece of paper or how to get a piece of paper described and showed you who I am. Right now, if a bomb blew up right in front of your door and then knocked out power, how will you survive? That's the man I am. Let's go. I am strong enough in my cement with no water, even if it's a power, if I add me to it, it's going to be a solid. I stay solid. That's 10 toes down. See, brothers, I don't listen to them brothers. Them brothers, I tell that brother, to me, fighting shows me everything. When I was boxing, I lost matches. Even though in the card that said I won, you know why I lost? Because I know this man was working me mentally. But why I lost is not because of how many times he hit me when he was working me mentally. It was how he was countering my strategy. That's why I say, let's go play some chess. Let's go fight. I'm sorry, every man, to protect you got to know how to fight. A man walk up to you and take your chain, whop, give me my chain back. I don't need a gun. I don't need a sword. I literally got my hands. Regardless of my strength level, he not taking my chain. He not beating me. If he walk away with my chain, he did not beat me. He took my chain. Listen to that again. If he walk away with my chain, he did not beat me. He just took my chain. He took an item that he don't even know how to create and he didn't work for. Because he knew how to steal from you. Manipulation. See where I'm going? So I don't want to steal pussy. I want to, because you're supposed to penetrate it. Now there's other rules. Like a woman actually, what is a labia? I'll ask a young man, what's a labia? Can't tell me what a labia is? You shouldn't be having sex. You can't talk about sex, you shouldn't be having sex. If you a dick slinger, if you don't know how to protect yourself, you shouldn't be if you ain't getting tested, shouldn't be. See, that's how I'm not gonna manipulate you, brother. I'm not gonna lie to your face about some crap. If you can't see that screen where it shows a 1 at the top, it look like an eye. It ain't no eye. There's no I in me. There's an E. Sometimes you have to look in yourself. A, the vowel, A, singular. Talk about you 10 toes. I don't know you not 10 toes. You a manipulator. That's why I don't speak on certain things. People are like, oh, he got killed because he's telling the truth. No, he got killed because he was giving away a code that nobody wanted you to know. I don't want my brothers not to know. I don't want you not to know. I don't want you have to lie to yourself to get. So if a woman don't want a man that's good, stop trying to enter into that realm. If she don't want to understand you, stop enter into that realm. Keep yourself out of that arena. Easy. But you gotta love you, because when you love yourself, you are no longer hurt. You can be just hurt because then you're gonna learn information and say, damn, that's what you think about men. I'm only a utility. I'm only you need to be used. Why you think men die early? He died when he found out he only a utility. He didn't die because his body gave out. He found out some information. See, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. That's whole nother day. But within this, I don't have to give my brother information to lie, to manipulate, to get where I need to go. I'm gonna give him the truth. If I cannot walk up to a place and say, yo, I'm injured, you say by the base laws in the book of codes that you gave me at this job or my company of how everything worked, I cannot utilize the book with honesty to make sure that I can utilize the things that I need to. I don't even need your money. I don't need the compensation to survive. But if something you offer, you shall receive. Brother, you don't work for no reward. Work. I didn't say, I said work. But I go to work. That means there's a service to be had. I am doing something for a work. That means you made an agreement to give me something after. That's what I'm talking about. This right here is a service. You did not make an agreement to watch me and listen to me if you want it. There is no agreement with me and you. Now, I want to call out my brothers on their channels. I'm going to say it. I don't care. You don't see. Let's peep this game. I don't have a Cash App. No offense to some. No, it's not a diss. I just want enter into the realm of Otho Williams Jr. I got my name. I ain't scared to show my name. I ain't scared to show my face. This picture on my background is where I live at. I'm not by all means living above somebody or below nobody. By no means I think I'm better or higher than nobody. Even in the way I think now, I don't think I'm better than you. My brother need help. He can be the stankiest, bummiest man on the street. My sister need help, can be the stankiest. I'm going to excuse their mentality because you know why? I'm going to excuse somebody else's mentality because that's not my mentality. I don't have to worry about your mentality because it's not mine. If you want to hurt me, just as when somebody talk about cheating, the person that's helping them cheat, y'all can ignore that. I meet that woman the next day. I'm going to call her my wife. She did not do anything in her singleness as a wife. She was helping a man that was married to a woman that was his wife cheat, and she was the outside cheater. And I'm going to marry her without giving her some information of why that was wrong. And now if she's not going to work off to understand she went from bad to get back to good. You got to get back to good. You help somebody cheat on somebody knowingly and willingly. You are a participant. You collaborated. You are wrong. You commit. Now, yes. How you doing? Hold on. That was my neighbor. Sorry about that. But we got to start looking at it as a man point of view. That man, he's manipulating to get to something. I don't want you to have to manipulate, because I want you to say, I walked up to this woman, I did my best that I had. I don't care if you fumbled, you stuttered, you sound less confident. Why would a woman always want a man, hey, how you doing? To have this persona that's not even him. You know why it's not him? Because every time he's talking about how he had to change. He had to create a type of picture. So think about the picture they want you to see. Your clothes not washed with creases in them ain't good enough. You got to look a certain way. A woman even said that. And I say, I don't go by what somebody look. I remember a dude walked down the street. He was all dirty. Nobody had talked to him. I kept watching it, kept doing it. One day, I said, hey, how you doing? And you got to think, I still acknowledged him when he was looking dirty. I thought he was a bum too. But I didn't care about him being a bum. I just acknowledged and sometimes even chopped it up when he was dirty. But they come all the time. I had to learn. I said, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I'm having a regular. And he's like, oh. But I could notice sometimes he would ignore people, and I understood why. He had a suit on. And I learned. I was like, where you going? Like, oh, I'm going there. And I found out he went to get his car. He didn't park his car where he lived. He would walk down the street. So that was interesting. You know what made it interesting? Until he put on that suit, people started talking to him and looking at him different. And I never did that. And see, that's what I would want to show my guy and challenge my son and daughter with. See, we don't do that. Say, good black man in the world, just being me. Whether you're good or bad, even a blind man can see the difference in me. I am an individual. Do not wrap me up as being the same folks made different. I walk the better boat, made free because I manifest the power of the true me. Give things to the creator. Now I know, so he's no longer my make-believe. No, I don't walk on water, but I know where I'm going. Self-aware, no pride in me. Best believe I think higher and have a self-esteem. Then you are led to a lead. Stand alone in my walk. What a man supposed to do. Sometimes even me thinks things are supposed to be. But then I think be up, strengthen my mind. Now I know I'm seeing what's going on in this world. It would kill you. Then that you will be hard to find. In reality, I am who I am. I broke up with the program. Sit down, enjoy this show. Hi, my name is Otho. And that was and I keep that as my descriptions of people that's going to minister to a young man that do rap. That's going to minister to a young man that's not trap. That wasn't fake. I didn't mention nothing in there that I wouldn't want somebody else to walk or live by. But I would say also, and one dude was like, why did you say that at the end? I said, because I was even told that. I said, no matter what other man say to you, remember, you are your first of everything. Your first thought, your first thinker, the first believer in you. Everything you do is through you first. And I said, even what I'm saying, don't even listen to me. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, you don't listen to me. Go do it for yourself. Go find out what it is for you. All I can do is challenge. I'm just challenging. I'm guiding you and challenge you so you can find who you are. And that's the whole point of my YouTube. And then I have a Instagram. My Instagram. Oh, yes. The YouTube now is harder to do, but I do it a lot. I advertise very heavily. I come across a page, a person I don't know, or I do know, and I will advertise. Sometimes I ask, or I just do it, and then I highlight them. They don't want me to do it, I take it away. And to me, as a lot of lip service I see in the world, and a lot of these people, one moment. Yes.
Hello, this is the Buffalo News.
Buffalo News for real. So I do the advertisements. Did I highlight that in my? Okay. I do advertising, and highlighting. I call it advertising, highlighting people channels, whether I know them or not. I try to do it I'm gonna start doing it more on my YouTube. This is one of my other goals, a part of the Brotha Talk series. I want to pick a channel every day out of a week. You know how we watch TV? TV is minuscule. That means it only shows the programs that they want us to see. That's minuscule to me. Minuscule is only going to show what they want is little. They're least amount of everything. So they want to make you least, but I don't want to make you a least man. I want to make you a great man, as the great man you are. And this is one of the advertisement. Here is a one part where I advertise and I show everything. I do this. Like I said, when I was going back to the boxer, I said I'll do this. She helped me very great. And a lot of them is women with guys and everything. Lingerie, you want a sexy lingerie, Royal Royale, and just different things. And I wrote this up for her. I don't know if she used it or not. And another lovely young lady, like here, I don't know if she used this line, but I wrote this up for her. And I love Black women. I love my chocolate women. I'm sorry, I love dark skinned women. I love the light skinned women. I love the brown skinned women. I love medium Black. I just love Black women, but I prefer dark skinned women. I love my chocolate chalk sisters. They look, and I don't care what nobody say. I say it to their face. They are beautiful to be chocolate. Just as you're beautiful to be a Black woman. I'm a beautiful to be a Black man. Look at my nephew. He's beautiful to be his mixed self. He's Laos and Black, African descendant. Look at him. He's beautiful. So I'm not going to, I don't play these stupid stuff that everybody play. Y'all can play y'all own games of racial. Y'all not loyal anyway. Because the same people that talk about colorism is the same people that have hate. I don't have hate in my heart. I know that racism exists. I know easily that white man, when he got out the car with his family, he grabbed his family Black because he seen me. Because I watched the other white men in the past. He didn't do that one time. So don't play. See, but nobody challenges that. See, when we talk about racism, I also ask people, if you have a virus or a cold or any type of disease, what do you treat first? How do you treat it? So how do you treat a cold? Do you treat the cold or the symptom? Everybody say the symptom. I'm coughing. So I'm going to treat the symptom, the cough. Where's the cough coming from? But that's what racism is. Nobody actually talking about where racism come from. And this is why I do what I do. That's why I say I love my skin. I love the skin you in, man. You can't say a lot of things you say if you're not loving the skin you're in. I don't advocate other men of the race. But if you met a woman who's seen you working hard and brought you a sandwich, you're not going to befriend her. You're not going to have tickets to something and somebody always looked out you. You're not going to take that woman out on a date with you. And somebody that actually want to have a child with you, you're not going to make love to her. I'm kind of lost. You don't want her. That's too much. I'm going to do so when a woman say a man, I don't want a man that's feminine. And then they're just as they want protection. I learned a woman when I listen now, if you go by what Black women that swirl or divest, rest they soul, all these Black women being killed by white men, whatever. But you listen, their thing of, I thought protection was to make sure you was safe. Stability is safe. So when you are your home, you're safe. I mean, no abuse, no verbal wars, and no destruction of her body with your hands. In your mind, you're covering her. You're talking things out to understand. That's what I thought stability is. But a lot of minds, so if women mind is only about using you in utility, that's not what stability means. So I would say I love the women I'm with. So that's why I advertise. I'm going to get deeper in that because It's just a very disheartening thing to do or hear from people. This world, the understanding of a mentality bothers me, and it boggles me. Love my chocolate women. I like how they say she's pretty for a dark skinned woman. I never thought that was offensive till now. I don't use it, but if it comes out, I love my chocolate, my father's side chocolate. Anything my sister made them. So very, they say you don't have pride and all that and be proud. I'm proud of my sister. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of her. She nourished. She got a daughter. Found out she loved me. I love her. I didn't really need her to love me to know that I love her. That love already was coming from me. So proud. This is my nephew. I know I don't have my nieces up here. I'm gonna start doing that more. But I was my nephew, because it was my nephew having a nephew. I don't know. And I told my sister, she laughed. My younger sister that did the shirt with my niece, she laughed. I was like, it's different. She's like, I understand, because her husband. See, when she got a husband, not a baby, not a father of her child. She have a husband. My nephew is not a father of his son. He's not a father of a child. This is his son. This is his son. He got a son. Wow. S-O-N and S-U-N. Look at the son. Now put him in the sky. Take my niece. Take my 25-year of age niece. Put him in the sky. I got nieces. Wow. They the covering. They the covering. They're the next generation. He's the next generation. So if I have hate in my heart, he would think I hate him because he's mixed and biracial. That's what makes the argument of colorism stupid. Because the same people that would hate for calling this beautiful, where's she at? Say, I love her because she's black. She's a dark-skinned woman. The same people had a problem with that. With the same people, I would have to take my hands physically and share my love. Sometimes you got to share your love through a pain, that type of pain. Fighting of a way of letting them know no, because they not going to get it. You mad at somebody calling you a name, but then you get mad about my nephew? Like, I don't have no problem with that. Look at that. So I'm here to protect him. And I say, brother, to protect a woman, you can provide this house for her and everything. How you protecting her mentally? How am I gonna protect him mentally if I have hatred in my heart towards interracial or mixed baby? I say no. I will tell him as when he get older. The interracial did not drive out the racism that we thought it was going to do. It made it worse because it gave it excuse for people to say and be how they want. And I don't want, and I have to go back to this, brothers. That's a code. I don't want my nephew thinking something wrong with him. He less than me, but I also let him know what he's mixed with. I don't see no problem. I came across people. It's like I never thought about it. But you know what? They thought about it. But you know what they thought I was about to do? They thought I was about to put hatred down on what I'm talking. I'm not putting hatred on what I'm talking about. I gave him an example. He said, wow, I never heard being mixed that way. He said, I said, you proud? And sometimes I don't even say they proud because they don't have. I was like, you fit in with me. I don't like you when I don't like you because you did some F-boy stuff, like, or some messed up stuff to me. That's hurtful. That's hurtful that you did something to me. Another advertisement part. I have two parts. And the same lady. I think I made two on. I have to. It's not you forget you made something or you cannot recall. See what I'm saying? I did it a double. But I kept advertising it. That's my thing. If somebody want to advertise something, let me know what you want to advertise. There you go. That's her name, Michaela, the African, Indian African. I don't know. I don't really know her. I don't know none of these people from. I don't know this person from a can of paint. Just talk to them on social media, and I love to advertise their stuff because I may utilize it, or if I don't have like crochet, I don't have a crochet. I might donate cash app some money to say, here's some lunch. I don't want a shirt, but I seen the one shirt that costs $45. I want to give you $45. That's my donation. Maybe that's going to be used towards another shirt or a shirt where you live. Another thing we could talk about real quick is health. See, and for the COVID-19, I say the battle COVID, and see how the quick. This is what I want you to see. They were so quick to put a thing to our information center. I'm literally giving things that is peep this game. Peep game. Water comes from where? Literally, it just rain. It's raining right now. Water comes from the sky. Lemon can be grown in the grass. Baking soda is a combination of different things that help your body literally dry up your. Found it very hard to believe to take your blood and dry it up, and baking soda come out. It's fascinating, just like nitrous oxide. Everything that I have right here, the enzymes inside cottage cheese, the seed comes from the ground, naturalness, fiber, bread, the grains, the barley can grow. Olives, figs, date, wheat, pomegranate is grown from the ground. Everything literally grown from the ground without toxicity and germs and different type of sprays. If you ain't put it on it, it's actually good for your body. And they need this. But this won't have none of that. See, the funny part, this is why we got to understand. That's why I need you, brother. I need you. I'm not going to lie. I need my brothers. Hold on. You can't even see that. Can you see that? Nope. Can't see it. Let me remove this real quick, so I don't look silly. The bottom of it. See this bottom part? This won't show this. This won't show COVID-19. Now, do I click on the visit a site? Is it coming up? Now let's see in COVID-19. If this is going to be this is the trickery. It's called manipulation. Oh, they didn't even go to it. I don't know what it's supposed to do then. I thought it was going to go to some information and say, well, these are the foods. See what I'm saying? It's no information. And I learned this a long time ago. That's why I say you got to understand, brother. They are not designed to truly help you. Nothing is really designed. Just as you retired, I learned this is like scary for a lot of people. They don't got to give you a pension. They can create a rule. They can find some bypass, some law to deny you pension. Isn't that crazy? That's the world we live in, right? I could deny you something if I want to. And here's another thing I utilize. It's not what you think. This is my Onlyfans. You gotta have ID. So I'm probably gonna end up. I'm not worried about no ID. And a lot of stuff you're gonna start needing ID for what? I don't know. They got all my information. They literally know if you take my social security number from 1982, the day I was born, and you took my picture and my fingerprint, and you keep putting it together with the information that I have growing up, even though your social security be used by many different people. So many different people. So I can understand why you would need ID, identification. I want to just go through that one real quick. I can see why you need identification. Is this COVID thing up now? Let's see. For some reason, my computer, my laptop moves slow. Laptop hot. Make sure you have a cooling thing. And it's so much. Learn about technology. Even though we ain't, I know I talk like, oh, you sound like Rosa, you Hopstead. I'm Hopstead. So, see, information about what food. They worried about some damn vaccine. I ain't telling you. They're not giving you information about no food to eat, no nothing. Well, they got a problem with me spreading information to help your body naturally to stay healthy. Yo, they don't care about you, dude. That's all I'm trying to tell people. That's what I feel like. I feel like, am I a utility to my own race, to my own women? You don't have no allies. You don't have no help. You don't got nobody on your side. That's why I want to create informedness for us, brother. I want us to have a place. Well, I ain't never met the man live in Timbuktu. And eventually we're going to reach out to other race men. But for now, it's about us. And we can come here and we can just have some general talk. Some general stuff to talk about. Just shoot it up. Shoot it up in a good way. Yeah, a problem. My health as well. The irony in that, right? And also, you can see my, maybe some. Of course, a booty gonna come up. Of course, booty come up on Instagram. Black woman. Of course. Man, of course that happens. So, and just information and fun, having funnies. Where funny at? Where's the funny one? Oh, like instance for this real quick. The irony of the word. What do you see? Like all these years looking at this word, and now one day I was like, I didn't read, and it's funny, like I'm seeing it now. I was like, I didn't read nothing. I was just looking at it one day, and I said, hold on. Why do it look like you say the rapist? So I'm going to a therapist, and he the rapist. I wonder the irony, it's like the gaggle fuck, the fuck your brain over. I don't smoke or drink, so when I talk to people, I'm really coming from a mind. I tell people I don't read a lot of stuff. I literally get a dream. Like, let me show you. Like dreams about this. It's the irony in this right here. I had a dream about this. I said, I've asked people, what is this thing? I Googled it, and this is what came up. What that look like? What that look at? I don't know what that is. I have no clue. I have no clue what that is. Now look at this. This what does this look like? Not like the mitochondria gene and things we was learning in science, the DNA. I don't know. It's come from a dream. Just looking at it. Look at it. The nucleus, the RNA, the ribosomes, and the clydopath. Don't that look like I don't know. Like to me, if you look at it, you just look at it. Read this stuff. Read this stuff sometime. Moderna, the DNA, I don't want to tell people this is literally what I get in the dreams. This is what I get in my dreams. It had nothing to do with what, and you see, I just write a little quick thing and leave it alone. Sometimes I don't even have a statement behind it. But things as this, I love to share because I want to see the minds of my brothers. Like, where your mind at? So if his mind, the number one stopper, it like this thing right here, don't it? The number one stopper of a black man is thinking about pussy. I always said that. No diss to no man, like ever. Like no ever. We could talk about men being misogynist. What about women missing? Like stuff I want to bring up. Look at that. Like, even stuff as this. Like we don't talk about. Just because they look at us, I don't qualify him to understand. Tommy Sotomayor, the first black man to go to YouTube to start creating. But stop. I found that one video with the black woman from 1982, the year I was born, talking about black man ain't this, ain't that. Like it's like so much. It's so much that happened before I was alive, but I'm gonna get blamed for it. You know about the president? Was it Abraham Lincoln or George Washington? His concubine was a black woman. Everybody talk about they abolished slavery. No, they didn't. Thomas Jefferson, mistress and slave slavely him. Well, we don't talk about that. But I guess that's not. Remember, we talking about what happened in Haiti. See what I'm saying? Haiti president, remember he was assassinated July 7th. And I don't know how to. I just show people. I don't speak on it because I don't want. I want you to see what you see. I don't want you to see what I see. I'm just going to show it and leave it at that. If you don't see what I see, cool. I know you're on the same mind. We don't think the same. I don't want to think the same as you. See, I have videos. I had an email. I had to shut down my email because of that. Brothers, the secret of change is to focus all your energy in fighting the old, but building a new you. What is your old? What is it that you need to get out of? And this is my Snapchat. That's the code to it. I don't know if you can take the code. I don't use Snapchat the same way. Oh yeah, share David. Yep, share his that's Brother David Twitter. That's Brother David Instagram. And what I'm gonna do, and right now, this is how I do it. So that's his information. How can I extract? I'm just to type it in, even though it's gonna be very slow. His Twitter. Let me go to my Twitter. And it's all we gotta do, brother. This is crazy. How I want to show you how a man should work with just a man in general. Come on now, easy. His Twitter. I don't have Facebook, so I'm gonna highlight that. His Twitter is David Bowman. We have a difference in opinion about women, but so what? I'm another. I have to find. Let me see. Can I? On my laptop, what I'm doing? Why don't let me highlight it? No. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type it in. Type it in. Let's see how it come up. And type it in as he had it. Why did I delete that? Is it Twitter? /BABID. I'm gonna guess that it shows as he have it, and that's him. Let me know if it's right or wrong, David. Yes for one, and no. Won't have to do it. So I don't have to do, Brother David. Send me. Can you send me your socials through my email? That's gonna be better. Then I add you then, because that's on. I'm at one time, because on here it's gonna be very slow. See how long it took to do that. So I'm like boom, 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 and then I hit you a message when I send it and everything. Those are his socials. That's my Snapchat, and the Snapchat is. And another thing, brother, how we address each other. Let's talk about that. We can please start addressing each other with the same sincereness. Like I'm calling you brother or Mr. Bowman. I want our sons to see that I'm wearing the king hat for a reason. I'm a king, dude. I know how to talk to people. My trials and errors. Now, I'm not a king over men. I'm a king stand. I'm a standing man after the battle. Rest and soul to all of. Let's give it a few minutes for the ones that are brothers that's out there in the battle that's not here, that have an opportunity to live on. I think 38 seconds for my age. And one more for my November 15th. I'll be 39. So I know now the brothers don't get to see it that far, man. It's like I see. I'm different. I want to honor those, bro. I think about those brothers when I'm doing things. Like people got a will of like, okay, I respect anybody way you work towards something. They say generational wealth. I respect a person with generational wealth, or whatever they call it, however they do it. That's their way of understanding what generational wealth. That's not my understanding, but I don't. That's the only time we're not monoliths. I'm a collective with you, but I don't have to think exactly as you, and that don't make me lesser or greater than you. I don't think you greater than me. Man, brother David be 51 in January. Congratulations, man. Shalom to you, brother. And that's out there, man. So overall, I want to create a place for us, brothers. So a Monday through a Tuesday, Monday through Friday, the start of one day, be like, or every morning before you go to work, before we go start our business or on our journeys on our day, that we can say that we came together for a common cause. It's for a betterness. And I'm sorry, not even sorry, but being able to use the internet or our spot as one, I think that's great. And if we get to show other young men on how to work together. Besides now, I never met a man, David, in New York. I'm in New York, but he's in New York City, the certain part. And we learning how to work together, nowhere near each other. One day we gonna have our conferences when we come together to hang out, and we do it safe and have fun. And we ain't worried about the outside world. When I'm with my brothers, I shouldn't have to worry about when I'm with my woman or my sisters, I shouldn't have to worry about the outside world. He in Brooklyn. Okay. BK, stand up. So I don't want my brother to worry about the outside world when he amongst his. And I should say sometimes it's gonna be a place where women got their spaces and they go back to their man. And I want, if a man got a wife, a girlfriend, or no girl, I want that man to go home, feel in love, and he received a piece of information that's gonna help him be a better man, to be a better self, a better self, a better self, a better man inside of a relationship with his girlfriend when he's courting her or dating, and a better husband, and a better father, a better son, a better nephew. You should want to be it's beyond me when I hear people talk about your social security number. I forgot what I was talking about. I just not seen that part. No, not your social security number. No. It was something else. I have to think about it. I'll let you know when I email you what I was talking about. And I listen to my videos. They 2 hours, 1 hour. So don't think that I post videos and never in my life listen to them. The other day, I went back and listened to one of my almost hour 51-minute videos. And I said, wow, I was preaching and teaching myself again. I went back and listened to one of my 3 years ago video. I say, just as now I say I do this, or is another thing, I will say, when I leave on my outro, I was saying that. Now it's 8 or 9 years ago now. I didn't know I was saying that 8 or 9 years ago. But now I'm utilizing it in my videos 3 years ago. At that time, it was 7 years ago. Now it's like 8, 9, or 10 years ago. I was using it. I was saying that phrase without even having that's what I'm saying. A platform is not when you start everything. Now, I have to say this. A platform to me, just as when you finally have access to a higher income or a class, that's not showing me that's not who you are. That's going to show you. So how I was going to say this, my platform is not what I'm doing. It's showing you who I am. I say I am. I am truth. I am honesty. I am me. I have a mission. I have a focus. Within that focus, I have a mission, position, a mission, a position, and a purpose within inside of that focus. That's what that was one of them I was saying. I have a focus, a purpose, mission, and position. I was saying, wow, I used to say that to myself. So imagine, let's talk real quick. I know this is probably a sensitive subject real quick. The person appreciated making this fire. Suicide. A lot of things I do, I had to understand is not about me. If Otho Williams Jr. take his life today, whose life will I be hurting? Whose life would I not reach? My purpose of me is not to commit suicide. My purpose of me is not to die by a gunshot or be in prison or jail, or to think my bravery of man, I have to fight every man that call me a nigger. The man I am is not based upon how many women I can have sex with or how many women I can manipulate and get into bed with and drop her panties and say she loved me. For who I am is who I am, not by what a piece of what I can get of a part of a segment, because I am a whole. I am created perfect. I am established and whole. I am made complete. There's nothing in me that I can't do. Within me, I call all my powers back to me, for me, and where is this at? This was very strong and powerful by one of the ladies who gave this to me. And I share it. It's not a lot of things are not secrets. You can withhold things, and that's not me. You are a prize. You are great. You are better than what someone think you are or what you think you are not. I call all of my powers back to me from all places, all beginnings, and from all timelines. When I was speaking about the being my lane, I want to call back all the timelines, my call this power of oneness. I call all of my power back to me. I cancel any and all contracts that was formed against me. See, if you're going to say something, you got to know what it means. Somebody say, OJ, what weapon form you ain't prosperous? Because 83% of us believe in that understanding of what we call, quote unquote, God, creator, some form of higher power. All the contracts that's against me. So racism, hatred, black women hating me. When you saying things about me and my family and people around me, I call all of that. We cancel that. We cut that off. All beings, all timelines that do not serve nothing that was good. The highest good. The highest good in me is love. It has to serve love. It did not love me, and it had any inkling. If it had a mustard seed of hatred, it's hatred. I don't want it. I don't want nothing that includes a hatred of another being, life, or a person or entity around. I don't have to be a Buddhist, but I don't hate a person that study Buddha. I don't have to be a Christian, but I don't hate Christians. I don't have to be white, but I don't hate white people. I don't have to be middle. I don't have to be nothing that's not of me, and I don't have to hate it. I cancel that. I dispel I don't despise. That's a part of an understanding. I call it back. That do not serve my. If it ain't the highest good is love. Well, come on, brother. We got this. But you hear it right now. You cancel that. Cancel it right now. Say it to yourself. This is not a prayer. This is a manifestation. I learned when I was talking. I started earlier around a 15 or 20-minute mark. Calling myself. People say, where you get that from? They will say, God. God is where? Now, I don't diss God. So you got to understand that. I am standing right here, right now. OJ can do it. Otho Williams Jr. can do it. I can do what I want. And it's not on nobody time. I call all of it back. The power. That's their time. They tell me at 38, I gotta make 1.5 million. At 38, I gotta have this many. That's not me. That's a control. That's a contract. That's nothing to do with you. That's not your power. My power, young black men around me will be influenced to never go to prison or jail and think doing drugs are good, manipulating people just to make $1 million. If I can't make a billion, how they say a billion on my own honesty, integrity, love, loyalty, my blackness, I don't need it. I don't want it. If that don't garner a woman heart to give me some pussy, so what? Be spy. It ain't that good. It ain't that good for me to lose my power within me. That's going to uplift me when she leave. If she pass, so I'm doing this right now. And it's not to diss that woman or any woman. I want to come at you with pure love. I think you beautiful. I care about you. I want to hold her hand. I want to talk a lot with her. Tell me that I would love for her to say, shut up in the name of love. Let me speak. Or you're tiring me. I want to communicate. I'm not weak. That's a strong woman can communicate and say, come on, yo, you're doing too much. Can I get and be okay? And I would say, wow, oh, my bad. Like that is not hard at all, brothers. Come on, man. They ain't ready for that. So why do you want what don't serve you? Why would you want that's not a power within you, brother? A power in you, brother David. You cancel that. Never think about it. When I stop thinking, I can be down or feel a certain way about seeing brothers dying, like why he ain't here. But I don't want to hurt me. That's selfish. Think about that, brother David. That lady killed herself and endangered other people and left her children by herself. That man, now he's about to feel guilty because he probably was trying to do his best, but he ain't understand. See, that's why I say you got to know your purpose, your mission, and her position. Yo, brother, as a brother, your position is for David. What is David's position? I don't know. So my position is to be an uncle. You see that little young, beautiful, great nephew, my great nieces, and my niece. But my nieces, not great niece. That's me. That's me to protect. Not random women that literally think me. My niece don't look at me as a utility. She's a baby. She's a child. She don't look at her father as a utility. She don't hate her mother because her mother did something wrong. Now I'm 30. What I look at as 38 bringing up something my father did. But my father would say, why you don't want to come around? Because I don't feel the need to come around. I don't feel some bond. And I'm going to ask myself, now my position is, why don't I feel a bond with my father? I don't have to ask my father. And how can I create now? I'm a man. Now here's the power I have. How can I create a bond with my father? See, I'm not going to, that's like the cheater. He cheated, that woman cheated. Oh, he had a wife. And she ain't do right. I made this excuse. No, I have a father. I can go see my father and I can create a bond. That's on me. That has nothing to do with my father on me. I can tell my father I love him, and I'm just saying he don't have to say it back to me one time because I already love me. Because I am a strong man. How you feel right now? How you feel right now, brother? Like James Brown say, should feel good. You standing right here. The world and of understanding things, they tried to knock you down. Like that song like by Brandy. They tried to knock you down. Can't knock you down. They don't have the power. You called it back. You took your back. You canceled it. You do hope to have what you desire. What you desire is grace. Grace of what you desire. Your hope. Do it. And that will become true. When you manifest that, it will happen. I say things. I can say, I already tell people, I got a wife and children. I accept in my plate. Cool. Appreciate it. Send me all your socials via email. So I love myself. I can't love my nephew, my great nephew, and my nieces and my brothers without loving myself. I never been to prison. So I'm gonna spread everything I know in my heart and mind to my brothers to not go to prison. I don't want my brother in prison. I don't want my brother in jail. I don't make no excuses. And to me, I have to say this: the legalizing. I wrote that down on my Twitter real quick. I feel as that's a straight smack in our face as men. I want my brothers. I'm not gonna sell no drugs. That's a straight smack in my face. To legalize what my brother's been through and then tell me you're going to legalize it because now you can profit off of it? What in the psychedelic gaggle messed up? Like, look, I wrote this real quick. I thought about that. I thought about that. Like, legalizing drug was our greatest weapon of all. Same as not wanting discussion about race is a theory. America and the world wants to keep covering up the issues that start all of the problems we see in present time. So you're not going to cover up selling drugs. Now I'm getting me out of prison. Now I'm legalize it. And you think I'm see, that's what I think. I think beyond that. See, a lot of people don't think that way. It was illegal to sell drugs. Now you telling me it's okay to sell drugs. You think I'm boo-boo the fool. You think I'm about to boo-boo the fool. Leave the drugs alone. I speak one language fluently. I don't have to manipulate no woman to get her pussy. I'm like my man said, I'm not a Casanova. I'm not a player. I'm Otho Williams Jr. If my kindness, my goodness, I can go pay for a date. I can pay for gas. I can do everything another man can do. I can take care of my family. I can take care of a woman to have a family. But you got to be working with me. You can't be in your mind against me. If you want other race men, you're not with me. I seen married. This is the craziest ish I'm starting to see. Married black women talking about, I'm telling my daughter to go be with any race man. All right, brother, have a great day. Be safe. You are greater than you think you are, man. Don't let this world tell you who you are. Tell you who you are. If it ain't about power in you, your best man, your best self, then you don't need it. Get rid of it, throw it away, and keep on moving. They don't care about you. The world don't care about you. You be the man you supposed to be. Have love in you, so that can be expressed outwards. Don't matter who you come around. Be the best man you can be. And remember, you see you, so I see you. And understand things aren't always how I perceive it. However you see it, it's not always that way. So having the other perspective is good for the understanding, not to highlight your life. So I want to say thank you for watching. You come to watch, share, join the family, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's get that message. Let's make this viral. Let's get this going. Let's be the best men we can be. In the title, we are on our own, the true nature of our women. And it's not so much that, brothers. And your surroundings. You have no allies being just you. Stop thinking they have your back. You are utility. Used only to fit into the program. Only if you care about understanding the way of thinking. So I want you to know you have the power to do anything you want to do. I have the power to be a role model or just be a loosey-goosey in the world, prosper in nothing. I know in the time capsule, a young man is going to read this, is going to see this, and see how I stood for who I was. And that's all I want young black men to see. Stand for who you are. If you have 2 cents in your pocket, 200, 2,000, 200,000, 2 million, in your bank, pocket, whatever, I still don't know who you are as a man. Your work ethic don't show me who you. I don't care. A lot of things don't show me. I don't know. I just think a little different. I act accordingly, and I'll be a little different. A lot of things don't show me who you are. You know who showed me who you are? It's you. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, your journey, it's your choice. Choose wise. I used to say that. That's the part. I used to say 7 or 10 years ago. I hope something I said hit your heart. It made you in yourself, think about yourself to be a better self. You can't have, and I'll stick by that. I don't care what nobody say. I'm watching people that's racist, they're not loving. I don't care what nobody say, even to their children, to their families. If you want to use every terminology that they use on these social media platforms, there you go. As I tell people, especially when people be talking to me, I say I don't utilize that stuff. I don't use those words. And then I play dumb. I don't know what that means. Don't explain it to me either. Use a better word. Use what you're trying to say. Because I want to understand in simple text and plain talk. Until you show me your true authentic self, not a carbon copy or outdated version of something in someone else, you will never find you. So until you call all your powers back to you from all places, all beings, and all timelines, call all power back to you. I cancel all the contracts that do not serve my highest good in all things and all time. I am a strong man. I feel good to great right now. I do hope to have what I desire. I love myself. I speak one language fluently. I see me. I see you. I understand things are always how I perceive.